On March 22nd, Nintendo's new big first-party release drops. It is none other than Princess Peach Showtime, and they did choose to release a demo ahead of this game's actual launch, which I am a big fan of, because this is a game that I've had my eye on leading into its release. I've definitely become slightly more interested as more trailers have dropped, and we've seen even more transformations that Peach has. This seems like a really unique style game in what it's going for, and this is the perfect title for Nintendo to choose to do a demo for. So in today's video, we're gonna hop into demo gameplay together. I'm going to share my live real reaction with you guys, and hopefully at the end of the video come to the conclusion on whether or not this might be worth adding into your Nintendo Switch collection. Okay, so we're getting right to where we start in the gameplay. They are very much going for a on-stage aesthetic. Now, heads up in case if you're wanting to get into the gameplay, because it did take me just a second. You have to go talk to like a person in the right, then Toad says he has tickets ready, and then there's kind of a little, cutscene that ensues and things like that. And then I think we're going into what looks like a sword fighter stage here at the start. So far, the only real thing they've shown me tutorial-wise is just press B button to use the power of Star. And we did that to go ahead and revive one of our friends who was kind of attacked, or I guess we don't really know what happened to him, but Peach revives him with Power of Star, and I'm assuming that's just this like ribbon spin thing. It looks like we have a heart or coins here depending on what you need, so we will take the coins. Game feels responsive. It feels definitely like just like immediate reaction. Feels very much on like the slower side in terms of combat. Of course, you have to keep in mind that I'm used to playing, like the last game I played on Switch to full on completion was Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, which I will just say, in terms of speed and responsiveness, obviously this is not going to be something like that. They're definitely going to keep this a little bit more simple and easy to approach for broader audiences, but nothing like one way to say or another so far. Just very simple jump on A button, and then we have like a B, very basic attack. So visual style looks really nice. I will say that. I mean, it definitely, it's a Nintendo Switch game, but I will say that like even the cutscenes and things, the visual quality of them is it's in the upper echelon of first party Nintendo games in terms of, doesn't look like they just lazily slapped it together. And then I think I'm about to get the actual sword ability, which is what I'm really excited to see, because the big thing that I want to know about is, well, maybe not quite yet, but the big thing I want to know about is with Princess Peach, with her different costumes, how different does she actually feel per ability, if that makes sense? So like the way that she plays right now with just vanilla Peach, is that going to feel very different compared to Sword Fighter Peach? And I'm assuming at some point we're going to make one of those stage transitions here, because it's very much set up like the theater, everything. They're going for the entire play aesthetic. So as this says, flowers used to bloom here, and I don't think I can really pick this up or anything, so we'll probably just continue back through. This might be some kind of like side area that we need to get another item and come back and talk to that guy. We're learning together, but not really too much to say on it yet. We're gonna have to see how this gameplay progresses in order for me to really form my opinion. If only the sword fighter were here. So I know we're gonna get to a point where we transition to that sword fighter, and it looks like this might indeed be that moment. So we will see. Let's see if we hit both of those, and now maybe this is the transformation moment that we've seen in the trailer so many times. I'm assuming that is. So it seems like I'm willing to bet that each Peach power-up has like multiple stages. That's kind of the impression I'm getting here. I know there's some early previews out there, so you may have already seen this covered in other videos, but to my knowledge, other than the trailers we've seen and seeing all the different abilities, I have not seen a lot of gameplay for this. So I'm assuming you're going to have numerous stages in each transformation that Peach can do. And this one being Sword Fighter Peach is, obviously what's starting off the game tutorial wise. But if you guys are keeping up with Pioro's leak track record, he did leak this ahead of time with a very exact statement that basically retweeting that, does this game have a playable demo? And sure enough, it does. So again, on the path of just straight up spoiling things ahead of Nintendo's announcement. And now I will be very curious to see if Peach feels any faster here. She definitely does, so that is a big plus. Oh yeah, I guess I'm sitting here thinking that I can't actually just fully attack these things like enemies, but I certainly can. So in terms of my comment just earlier, like I didn't feel quite as fast and responsive, I will say that or if as fast and responsive as I like. I should put it that way, because maybe for some people there's plenty fast and responsive. I will say that the Sword Fighter Peach does definitely kick up the speed just a little bit. Not day and night or anything like that, but she's definitely like running the entire time instead, and you can feel that little zippy response in the attack. Like that. Okay. All right, very good. It's very simple so far. I mean, I don't know what boss fights are going to look like. Definitely, you know, playing through like games like Kirby and the Forgotten Land. They're not the hardest games, and really the levels weren't necessarily all that hard, but you get to some boss fights and you would actually legitimately have a challenge on your hand potentially. So we'll see if this game offers anything like that. I'm also curious that sword attack that the guy did right there kind of seemed like I would maybe like parry it. And okay, so if you hit the L button, you do actually get, or LT left trigger, you do actually get like that kind of taunt move in there. And then whenever the guy kind of tried to hit me and he went by me, it was kind of like a slow motion enactment. So all cool stuff. We'll see how it all culminates at the end of this stage. I'm assuming they might just let you play one stage in this demo. I'm really not entirely sure. But I do love that, you know, the major first-party Nintendo game that I think Nintendo knows, like, this is for some of their fan base, but not all of their fan base. And so, okay, so here's something. So pressing the left trigger on what looks like kind of a secret area there, I think this is going to take me into, like, probably this optional side battle. And we may get one of those additional things we're collecting throughout. What, like kind of a star type of thing, which apparently I've missed 2 so far, but that's cool. That's going to give you like some option to basically replay this game. And then let's see, so strike a pose, so you do have to strike a pose again to get out. So that's kind of like your transitional phase there. But I love to see Nintendo actually giving us, you know, brand new first party game, hasn't been released yet, and we actually have a playable demo ahead of time, because as mentioned, I think they know a lot of their fan base. Even if you're super into Mario, you might kind of be like on the fence about picking up a game like this, right? It's definitely a more family friendly aesthetic. It's definitely not always the type of games that I play. You know, but so far it's fun. It's got that, you know, whimsical Nintendo charm to it that you can kind of expect from just about any first party Nintendo game, but especially with their Mario franchise, kind of what you like to see. So I'm not expecting anything in terms of like hard difficulty here, and I don't think you really should be, but hopefully I'm proven wrong. I would love to have some like complex boss fights that really throw me off, and you got to figure out puzzle wise or you know, things of that nature. So we'll see. This guy seems like his shield is actually going to block me from any of my obvious attacks, so we'll just wait for him to attack maybe. And I also don't know if I have a charge attack. Okay, I guess I got to jump over. Okay, so by jumping over his blast, and I don't know if that was triggered because I did it kind of last minute, but by jumping over his blast, it immediately went into that transition in the air where I'm jumping at him and doing the final sword blow. So they, you know, a lot of stage moments, if you will, with how the combat works. Now, one thing right off the bat here, I really wish I have just this sideways slash, even if I'm jumping and pressing up. Again, coming from a Prince of Persia guy, okay, so it's just a different attack. Is that what it is? How did I do that? Okay, so never mind. I've spoken too soon. If you press up and then B right at the correct time, you will actually do a jump up attack. But yeah, like in a perfect world, I want the ability just to aim up and then press it that way. See, I don't think there's a way to do that, but now that switch up there is making me think that there maybe is, unless if I can hit it from here. So, but you can see like kind of the enemies and things, they're really just dropping like flies. It just doesn't seem like I can get quite high enough. So unless if maybe I'm just being an idiot right now and there is actually a way to jump and then do that up attack, don't quite know how I'm going to end up hitting this. Oh, wait, unless can I hop on these guys' head? Probably not. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like I can, so I don't know. We're not going to worry about 100%ing this demo, but I am curious. Like, I would love to just be able to hit that just for my own peace of mind. It doesn't seem like I can get quite close enough. So, oh well, I'm sure you guys will figure out in the demo and let me know in the comments down below what I did wrong during that portion, but we won't get hung up on it. And I actually do need to be careful here because I'm sitting here taking damage with literally 1 heart left, so we'll see if... Oh, look at that. We died. Okay, well, we can officially say this game is not just super easy, because if you don't try at all, then you're just going to do exactly that. what did we lose there? 10 coins, so 10 kind of in-game currency. I'm curious, at the end of the level, we'll have to look and see if that's something that, you know, really means something. I don't know if they're going to have all types of different, maybe customizations to Peach's outfits. That would be really cool. They have something along those lines. There are plenty of enemies on screen in this segment, so I actually do like to see that. So I mean, it's not like it's just the most simple game in the world. It's just I don't think you're going to have to worry too much about difficulty, but you can see with how many enemies on screen, it can get actually a little bit dicey whenever it comes to, you know, you got to not just swing your sword around willy-nilly. You actually have to kind of focus a little bit on what you're doing. So I like this. I do like Sword Fighter Peach so far. So we will progress on. I'm assuming we're probably getting close to where we're going to have some kind of potential boss battle or something like that, and we're gonna have a showdown. And I think the story of this game could be pretty cool if done right. I mean, obviously it's gonna be probably a pretty simple story, but in terms of the presentation style of the game, I could see Nintendo really putting together some pretty cool moments. I'm gonna see if I can just swipe through this or not. Yeah, it looks like I can for the most part, but again, this you know, patience and strategy might actually go a long way with this here. Okay, so it looks like if you jump over those blast attacks, you're like automatically launched towards the boss to kind of do. Now see, I got to figure out the right timing on this, but if it feels like you're kind of launched towards the boss, or you're able to do like that jump attack kind of like you saw there. And we'll see if we can get a blast. And see, yeah, right there. So real simple. You don't got to be exact on the timing. It's not like you have to do it exactly the moment that it's about to hit you. So we missed 2 of the stars early on, got the rest of them, but I like this. You know, I mean, I'm curious to see what the later stages have to offer. It's definitely like Mario versus Donkey Kong. While it's like more of a simple puzzle game, it really wasn't one to even grab me enough to check out, that like to even really look into, to be totally honest with you. I'm sure I'll go through it at some point and play through it to completion. I would like to complete that game one day, but this has my attention, at least in the simple fact that it is something brand new. It's something different. Seems like there's a lot of different gameplay variations here. It's not like any other stage is necessarily going to play exactly like that Sword Fighter stage. So it's got promise for me. I don't think this is going to be for every Mario fan out there or every Nintendo Switch owner out there by any means. But, you know, if you see this, you look like it's, you know, think that the gameplay is your style of enjoyment, I would look into it. I mean, I think we're at a full $60 release for this thing. So, you know, maybe catch a sale on it in the future if you're not willing to do it full price. But you can download this demo and at least get this little preview as well to the beginning of the game. I'm assuming the demo may end here. It may not, but we will go ahead and call the video here just for the purposes of my initial impressions. And we'll see as this game gets closer to launch. We may end up doing a deeper dive after it's actually come out, depending on, you know, what the schedule looks like and everything like that. So appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Also, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts and feelings about Princess Peach Showtime and the demo, if you've checked it out already or if you plan to. Go watch the video on screen next if you haven't already. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video.